All right, folks, today I'm going to show you how to play the intro to Jason Isbell in the 400 unit, his song Anxiety. The reason I'm going to do this is a separate video. I plan on doing a video where I show you how to play this on the ukulele, but the intro part is just impossible to play on the ukulele. It doesn't sound right, and the reason for that is that if you listen to the Jason Isbell song, it's a real deep kind of marching sort of feel to the intro, and the reason for that is I think they accentuate the heavier strings on the guitar, and they kind of use a power chord feel, although I'll tell you why they're not all power chords. A power chord, in case you need reminding, is where you play the first note and the fifth note of a chord, and so you end up with an open chord that doesn't have a third note, which tells you whether or not the chord is major or minor, and so you get that kind of rock and roll feel to the song, where you're just playing the first and the fifth note, and it's real heavy on the bass end. On a guitar, that works pretty well because you can march up and down the neck, because the voicing is such that first and that fifth note are real easy to maintain. So if you start off with the E minor, your first note, E, is in the sixth string open position, and then your fifth note, a B, is on the second fret of the fifth string, and when you go to an F sharp, you maintain that same relationship, and then a G, still the same relationship, because you're just barring down the fret, or barring down the neck. So the way the intro starts is it does an E minor, an F sharp, and then a G. If you try to play that on a ukulele, the voicing is all wrong and it doesn't sound right. It doesn't have that power chord marching kind of sound to it. So the way I determined this was an E minor, an F sharp, and a G versus an E minor, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, is because if you play the whole chord, the minors just don't sound right. So I'm pretty sure they're majors. So after it does that, it goes all the way down here to the 7th fret on a bar chord, and we play the E minor, and then we back up to a D, and then a C, and then come back to the D, back to the E minor, and then real quickly D, C, and then back to the E minor again. Now again, the way I determined these were minors or majors is because if you play them without the record and you play the whole chord, that's what sounds right, and it makes sense with the key. If you're just kind of playing the power chord, it really doesn't matter, because you're not playing the higher notes, and you'll never be able to tell if you're playing a minor or a major if you're just playing the top few strings. So at any rate, the way the intro goes is again, E minor, F sharp, G, E minor, D, C, D, E minor, D, C, and then back to the E minor, and then that repeats a couple times. So here we go. So anyway, that's how you play the intro. Hopefully you'll get better at it than I am. Play with the record, and you'll be fine. Do not try this on the ukulele. It just won't sound right.